This is Corolla Digital. Welcome to Hammer and Nails with Skip and Alison Bedell.
Turn your phone off?
Yes, everything's turned off and you are absolutely disgusting. And Skip's disgusting, and I'm Alison Bedell.
Hey, what's happening, everybody?
That's Stinky Bedell.
Oh my God, this thing was on?
Yeah.
The whole time?
Not the whole time, but I'm still smelling
I told
it.
you it was the cat. What is going on? What's up, Bedell?
I'm smelling your fart.
Come on, man. Really, this is where we need to start the podcast?
That's what I had to start with. Good Lord.
What is going on with you today? I feel like I haven't seen you in... Oh, nice. Didn't I just say turn your phone on?
I did, and I turned it on because we did a sound check, and then I said, so I had to put the speaker on, and now we turned the speaker off. I wanted to remind everybody that we have a podcast website, hammerandnailspodcast.com, where you can listen to our podcast, listen to us argue and smell Skip's farts from a distance. And that's...
Why do we always need to talk about what's going on, like bodily functions with me?
Because you literally let one go right before I hit record, and then I said that smells, and you pointed to the cat. Like it was it, like seriously.
Well, there was no dog around. Yeah, I gotta work with what I got.
Oh my God!
What do we have? Like 17 cats and 8 dogs?
No, we're down.
What are we at now?
We're down to 3.
What's the current count?
3 cats, 3 dogs.
3 cats, 3 dogs.
Yeah, we're down.
Man, dropping like flies.
Oh, that's terrible.
No, actually, we got a nice little collection right now.
Yeah,
we do.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that. Like, it's nice the way it is. I don't want anything to happen to anybody now, so I'm just going to have them all stay the same.
We need to maintain for a while.
Nobody go anywhere.
Lord knows we're paying enough vet bills.
Oh, my
Good
God. You know,
God.
I don't know if you... No, that's not so bad. Did you see... you probably didn't. Serena Williams had put out, I think it was like a Twitter video or maybe Instagram or something. She had recorded herself with her dog. And she I think was not doing so well.
Oh,
and so,
no.
So she was like selfie videoing and talking about her dog, and she was crying. It was fucking heartbreaking.
That always sucks.
So fucking sad. Really depressing.
Yeah.
And then
anything happy to talk about?
Well, Kilo is doing better.
Oh, good.
Since I don't think we really talked about his, he went through something really traumatic. When a week after he had his little dental surgery, and he had his what was it called, an abscess, and then he had some teeth pulled, and then a week afterwards, when we went to California for the weekend a couple of weeks ago, he got violently ill, got an infection in his face while he was on antibiotics, and I ended up having to check him into the hospital for the weekend, and he was he couldn't swallow. It was very sad. So now he's on a multitude of antibiotics, and he's got so many painkillers, but I don't have to give him the painkillers. Thank God.
He looks like he's doing a lot better now.
He is doing much better, but he's staying on the antibiotics. And I have taken up, I got a fuzz on my tongue. I have taken up a collection of painkillers of various kinds for the animals, so that in the event that anybody is any kind of pain, sometimes when you don't really think ahead with animals, when they're gonna end up kicking the bucket, like little animal coffins, right? Do you buy them in advance in the size that you need? Because if something happens suddenly and you want to bury your cat or dog, you don't have a nice coffin, right? So, and then you want to order one online, and it takes days to get there.
What are you going to keep it in the closet for when?
That's what I'm saying.
If and when.
But what's the alternative? And the alternative?
What's next? You're going to buy a coffin for me and keep it in the garage?
No, you're going to build. You're going to build one for me, and we're going to keep it in the garage.
I'm going to build my own box. That's
yes, because coffins are extremely expensive.
No shit.
You can make it as nice or as shitty as you want.
I'm going to pimp that thing out,
right?
Man. If that's what I'm going to spend eternity in,
and you should be the one to do it.
I will absolutely pimp out my box.
But
completely.
That's awesome.
That didn't sound right.
What about?
Gonna pimp out my box. Aww. That didn't sound right at all.
What about I thought we were gonna cremate though, so our ashes could be together.
Yeah. You know what? whoever is around at the time, they'll have to deal with it. I don't know who's going to do that, but hopefully we go together, so then somebody else will have to worry about that.
Right.
Yeah.
But in the case of our little four-legged friends,
right.
Like if you want to have a nice coffin, right? So then what do? You order it upon their death, but nothing gets to your house within a day, really. You know what I mean? Like you have to have it.
Amazon's doing 1-day shipping now.
I know, but like, what are you doing with your baby in the meanwhile? You know what I mean? Like, and say they don't sell it on Amazon. I don't know. They do sell everything on Amazon, but say they don't. Like, you know what I mean? Like, how do you do it? How do you have something nice planned in the absence of buying it?
What the hell made you think of this?
I don't know. Well, it's because Serena Williams' dog ended up dying like a day or two after she made that video. It was very sad. Oh, God.
I never know what's going to come out of your mouth. We sit down here. I let one go and I blame it on the cat. And next thing we're talking about a box to put the cat in. Like,
and what? You too.
What the hell is going on in this place?
Yeah.
Man? Oh my God.
I wanted to also mention.
You see what I'm working with here, people? You see, like I come home after like a 14-hour day of like building stuff, and I got to talk about cat coffins and what?
Yeah, well, that's what happens when you're with a woman. Whoa. A woman who's emotional, ups and downs.
Holy cycle, Batman.
I don't have a menstrual cycle.
So what the hell can I blame it on then?
My crazy brain. I came up with a great tip actually that I wanted to share before I forget to share it because of the last like 2-3 episodes I forgot. And this came out of me trying to give Kilo all of his pills because he's got a variety of pills that he takes for his collapsed trachea, and he's got the antibiotics, and he's now got the pain medicine. So long story short, I have had experience trying to give cats a pill, and they hate it, and they fight you, and they scratch you. And I've had remember my cousin Bruce, who has a Chihuahua,
put on,
also
like those long leather gloves,
the hawk gloves.
Like they hold it,
yes,
the hawk with.
Yeah. So my cousin Bruce, he has a Chihuahua also, and he said he cannot give Paco pills because he spits it out. He does not take it. It's impossible. He can't get it in his mouth.
Hey, what are you looking at, Gringo?
So this I found for Curly, our cat, he fights it. I found the perfect fucking solution, people, to give pills to a pet. Okay, so you take
you heard it right here, right? It's not a perfect solution.
Now, let me tell you, like Kilo is 14 years old,
and Alison Bedell original, right?
Yeah,
there.
I mean, sometimes I come up with some awesome shit, and I'm like, why the fuck didn't I think of that sooner? Because it would have really helped me out a lot. It's just my brain is really slow to develop good ideas sometimes. But this particular idea is
really quick to develop all kinds of other shit, though.
Yeah.
I'll be the
I'm quick to be really stupid.
Yeah,
I could do that
to fucking
on the
annoy
jiffy.
The shit out of me sometimes. You'll think of something that's really fucking annoying like that.
I know. That's why you're such a good husband, because you put up with it.
Fucking right I am. You better believe it. You're lucky, man.
I know I am. So are you, motherfucker.
Yeah, I am. It's true. I got a good one.
Thank you, baby.
Yeah. And you do me good too. So.
Ditto back right there.
That's a bonus.
That's right. Okay, so my tip is that you take one of those like a little tiny bowl or something, like those little like when you put ingredients or something, just like a little tiny bowl that fits in your hand, and then you take a spoon and you put the pill in the bowl. And you mash it into powder like you did in science class with the mortar and pestle. Oh. You just you grind it down with the back of your spoon until it becomes a powder. And then you shimmy the powder onto the spoon. Now I have like those little espresso. Wow. I have like those little spoons for like espresso because they're small. I shimmy the powder onto the spoon. And then I go over to my cat and I grab his head with my left hand and his jaw with my my right, and I quickly dump the powder into his mouth where now it sticks to his tongue, so he cannot spit it out. He is forced to swallow it. Same thing with Kilo every time.
Tastes like crap.
Because first of all, well, you know what? It's the alternative is them not getting their medicine. Like Kilo was not taking those fucking pills. He was spitting them out.
How about you take that and you mix it with some water and you use a syringe and you squirt it in their mouth?
No, I've tried that, and anybody else who has knows that sometimes it almost turns into a paste that now sticks to the inside of like a syringe or something, or it's not as as simple as it sounds. It doesn't just liquefy into water. Like Kilo's prednisone does not liquefy with the water. It turns into like a sticky glob, which now sticks to the end of the syringe. It doesn't go in his mouth. So him too, with that little spoon and the powder, boop. I mean, in a split second. Yeah, but everybody's got a fucking cat or a dog. And at some point they're going to get old, and at some point they're going to need pills. Even you, at some point. I'm going to have to powder up your pills and, like, force you to take it.
You'll be changing my diapers pretty
exactly,
soon.
That's what I'm saying.
Get ready. That's only like 2 weeks away.
You know what I mean? You're going to be, like, fighting me, not want to open that mouth, and I'm going to have to slide my thumb into the corner of your mouth like I do with the cat, and force your jaw open and pour the powder in, and you're going to be forced to swallow it because it's going to stick to the insides of your mouth.
Depends, baby.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be rocking them.
Did you see those new commercials? Well, they have like younger people ones.
Speedo kind.
Did you see them on TV lately?
Banana hammock Depends.
They don't have banana hammock Depends, but they do have like ladies' underwear looking.
It's going to be my signature.
Well, then you better hurry the fuck up now.
My signature line.
You know
that'll probably come out before my tool belt and everything else I'm trying to endorse.
Probably. Why don't you start working on that now before all the listeners try to get out a patent now?
I know, right?
And trying to steal your great idea.
But they can't patent my stuff, right? What
do you mean?
That's me. It's gonna have my name on it. It's like that's my
the Skip-Adele Depends.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Skip-Adele Depends. I'm gonna have to find a way like Bedell Depends or Debel.
All right, forget it. I'm kidding.
Okay.
I'm kidding.
All right. So that's what I wanted to just say. That was an awesome fucking tip. I've got other tips I've been neglecting. Do you have any tips you've been neglecting? Because I mean, like, I feel like sometimes we get off track. We get off track a lot.
You have been neglecting my tip. I've been working really late, and I'm going to show it to you.
Oh.
And the rest of it too.
Okay. Well, I appreciate that. I like to hear that. And for all the stalkers out there who don't want to hear any more sex talk from us.
Change the channel.
Change the fucking channel, and if you don't, you get what you have coming.
What is going on in the world, man? I'm so far removed from any current events. Like you hardly even see me anymore because I started this new construction job. I'm remodeling this house, and it's like a monster project that will be a few months, and we have the entire house down to the studs now, and it's like it's a big project. It's just the kind of project I love because I can get really creative on it, and this is exactly what I like doing. But super long days, so I feel like I'm I go to work like I leave in the dark just about. We get up at like the crack of dawn, right? Especially now in the wintertime. It's dark when you wake up. It's dark when you come home.
Yeah, you're pale.
Oh yeah, because I've been indoors. Like this whole thing is an interior remodel, and we're in the house. I barely come out of the house. When I come out of this place, I'm like a vampire.
And also, we should probably, or not should, but I'll just mention that the house that you're working on right now is a coworker of mine whose house was demolished by Hurricane Sandy. She lived on the South Shore in Bellport. And she was one of those victims that not only did her house get fucked up, but she got fucked by the state and the feds, too.
Oh, the whole FEMA thing.
Yeah, everybody fucked her every which way.
Deal, like the insurance companies.
She continued to pay her mortgage for a house that she could not live in, and she paid her insurance. Her insurance refused to give her any money.
Can you imagine with the type of premiums that we pay for insurance? Like we have homeowners insurance, we have auto insurance.
She even had flood insurance.
Every kind of insurance that you could possibly imagine, and then we never use any of it, right? We don't have. When's the last time you had an accident? We never file any claims for anything, and then you hear someone like that that's like they're displaced from their home.
Yeah, not even having the home to live in, and they refuse to give her a fucking dime for it.
That is crazy.
And it's like, everybody's blaming each other, but nobody was doing anything about it. She signed up for every assistance program. She was in all the...
Yeah, she's thorough, right?
She was learning about all the programs, did all her paperwork.
I remember this is going back a few years now, 3 years ago. It was Sandy, right? So it's a few years back. And I remember, she was every day I was talking to her on the phone because at that time she wanted me to come and rebuild that house,
right?
Which was about 6 feet of water inside the house. That's how deep it was because they lived just a few blocks away from the open bay.
Yeah, and plus with the sewer and all that, the sewage, everything was destroyed, had to be thrown away.
And the street backed up into the neighborhood, so everyone had raw sewage, fuel oil, everything you can possibly imagine came through the house.
She lost absolutely everything that she owned.
Which is super damaging. It was all salt water.
Yeah.
So I went in there originally just to spec that place out. We were going to rebuild that whole place from the foundation up, and then she never got the money.
Yeah.
So it's like she actually, I mean, would she
Yeah.
pay the mortgage for like another 2 years in that place?
She never missed a
Just kept-
payment,
kept
continued.
making payments.
Yep, and they continued to fuck her while she was just making all those payments, including
God,
insurance
I can't
that
even
wouldn't give her
I
insurance
can't
money.
Even imagine. Oh my God! So
Yeah.
they actually just eventually just
No,
gave up and backed out on that house.
No, yeah,
right?
I think they ended up letting I think it was the state buy it from them because like the state was just buying houses fucking cheap just to get rid of the people from
to get
dealing
out
with-
of the
yeah.
FEMA debt. Like they probably had that disaster.
She had a beautiful house though in
Yeah, it was
a
a
beautiful
really
part
nice
of Bellport by the water,
Beautiful
not on
house,
the water
yeah.
but by the water in a
Yeah.
nice neighborhood.
Nice big piece of property.
She should have that house,
Do you
that
know what they
adorable
wanted her
house.
to do, along with everyone else in that whole neighborhood? Originally, when I came in and gave her estimates on doing work there, one of the first things we had to do was get her an architect and an engineering company that specialized in raising houses. And we had to lift the entire house up about 6 feet higher than it is now in the foundation, build the whole foundation up underneath it, jack the whole house up 6 feet off the foundation, and then, fill in the void, increase the foundation, and then we could work from there. Because that was another reason why the insurance companies, everybody didn't really want to give people money to rebuild their houses unless they agreed to
Right,
do that
right.
because they didn't want to get flood. They're in a flood zone.
Right.
They're near the water. I guess now like the flood zone is you could be living in fucking Iowa and you're in a flood zone now because like the insurance companies have been so tapped out between like Katrina and Sandy and all these crazy storms we've had.
But think about it. Like their job is to give her money for her loss, and they didn't, and they don't suffer any repercussions for it.
Yeah, well,
It's like fucked up. Who do you beat down for that bullshit? Oh my God, it's enough to make you lose your fucking mind.
I can't even imagine, but
I swear, and I feel so bad for her too, because she went through a lot mentally. Because like not only she lost not just her home and every single possession she had, but then also she did the right thing, and nobody was doing the right thing for her on top of it. So they're fucking you and fucking you and fucking you on top of all the fucking you already got.
Okay, we get it. There's a lot of fucking going on.
It's making me angry just thinking about it.
I get it.
I'm saying between the state, the insurance, and the feds. That's the 3 extra fuckings I put in there.
It's a royal orgy.
Yeah.
Of getting.
So
fucked.
she ended up getting married last year.
Yeah.
Well, actually, she had to find someplace else to live for a little while, and then she moved in with her boyfriend. They got married, and now they just bought this new house together.
Yeah, nice little house too. So we're basically changing this whole thing around. I mean, changing the whole floor plan, opening up walls, and like the entire house is going from like a little old school New England Cape style home built in the 50s, which is not too far off from what we have, similar in style, that Cape architecture, which is pretty prominent up here in the Northeast. But the whole layout of this house is going to be so much better. I mean, I'm taking down half the
making
walls.
an open concept, taking down walls.
Open concept. We're moving the kitchen from one side of the place to the other. We're adding.
You found porno in the walls.
I found all. Yeah, you know what's funny? Like back then, they didn't use a lot of these homes. You didn't see like insulation in them. They would, if they had insulation, sometimes it was really like a low grade insulation back then. And then also people used to build these little bungalow type houses, and they would build them with extra lumber they had from whatever. And also the insulation, they used like newspapers, and they crumpled up magazines and stuffed them between the walls. So yeah, I found some old porno from like an old magazine was stuffed pulled apart and rolled up into balls and stuffed in the wall. And I'm like, I'm opening it up, and I'm like, this is old nasty looking, like crumpled up. It's crazy. But that was part of that. And
but did you get like a little dick tingle?
No.
Not even a little one?
No.
You didn't like drop a load on a piece of paper?
No, not at all.
No.
No. There was all kinds.
That was back in the day when you couldn't even see the pussy because there was too much pube going on. Hello, pussy, are you down there?
It was just a giant bush, jungle, and there was like 2 legs and then like a hedge. There's a shrub that you'd see on someone's front lawn.
What is so appealing about that?
Instead of anything sexual going on, you saw like the gardener with like a hedge trimmer.
Yeah, it's like, and why? I don't understand why like shaving hasn't been in for much longer, because even like the dudes, it's like a big fucking patch of like afro. And then you get like a fucking pickle sticking out of it. Like, what the fuck? Like, that didn't look good on guys either.
No, the whole thing is not good. So.
I don't really dig like the whole like fully shaved thing on guys. I don't know, something kind of Ken doll about it. I like a little bit of fuzz. Also, if both people, fuzz. Yeah, because if both people are fully shaved, you get this weird, not only like the sweat, but also the razor stubble of both people rubbing against each other. It doesn't feel good. I don't like it very much.
Yeah, it's like
yeah, you know what I mean?
Like
and
kind
then,
of squeaking together there, right?
Yeah, and then you feel like the sweat, and sometimes it burns because of like if you have stubble against somebody else's stubble, and then you're sweating, and it's the salty, and then then you feel like a little tingly burn. No good. So I like just a little bit of fuzz.
Just that burn will keep you on your toes, though, man. That's like that keeps
yeah,
it exciting.
No good. No, not a good exciting though. No,
I'm kidding.
Oh, okay.
So, so that project is really coming along. I got to tell you, I'm enjoying the whole thing. But we got all the plumbing is out, all the electrics out, all the walls are out.
Any good stories with any of your workers?
Everything's out.
Anybody like?
So there's no heat in there. Is where I'm going.
Oh.
So it's been cold in there for like a week or so. But we're going to get the heat back on this week, so I'm excited about that.
Oh, any good? Anything with anybody? Anybody?
No. So far,
any bad bathroom? Because you guys all have to share the bathroom.
Well, yeah.
That's where I'm going.
So I should say there is still water on in the house, but the heat is not working. That's what I meant to say. So yeah, fortunately we have water enough to where we can use the bathroom in the house, the one bathroom that's there, and there's a lot of people working in this house right now. So, but everybody's been. I got to say, everybody's doing a good job. I'm on top of everyone keeping, even though we're going to redo that like last, I'm trying to keep it neat while we're working there. Right. So we didn't have
Did you bring the poopery?
No.
Don't you want the other guys there to use it?
Yeah.
Okay, and so if you don't bring it, how do you suppose, or unless you like the smell of their shit?
Fortunately, there's a good window. There's a nice sized window in this bathroom.
And it's cold, you said.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Don't you think you'd be doing yourself a favor by you bringing the poopery that I bought for you in the manly scent?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But when I'm walking out of here, I have forgotten to take the heater until today. I finally remembered, and figures it's like one of the warmest days we've been working there. Yeah. And along with usually I forget to take my lunch, and so the poopery is not even on the. Doesn't even register on the list of things. Heater comes way before that, and then food. Well, actually, food first, then heater. Most of which
sounds like you need a wife.
I need a wife that's not overwhelmed with her own shit, because then you can remember some of mine. But it's like,
because in the morning, it's like,
the two of us in the morning are like two pinballs, like bouncing around off the walls trying to get out the door, right?
Yeah,
it's like,
I'm taking care of everybody.
Ridiculous. But I have to say, you always do make me coffee in the morning. Yep.
And also,
and oatmeal. Coffee and oatmeal every morning.
Every morning,
no matter what's going on.
Yep.
You're definitely like the ultimate mama, wife, that whole thing. You're taking care of all the cats and the dogs and feeding everybody and cleaning up all the stuff and making everybody's breakfast and making my coffee and making your coffee, and then you're like doing your hair and your makeup. I honestly don't know how the hell you do it. And you still get out of here by like 7:30 in the morning. So
yeah.
I'm not really sure how you do that, but
you know what I was doing today while you were working and I was working was thinking about, because I was looking at my time.
How awesome your husband is.
I think about that all day long. I was looking at my timesheet and looking at how much vacation time I have finally begun to accrue, because I had used it all to film the show.
Right.
So season 1 of Catch a Contractor, they told us that we would be filming between 5 and 7 weeks to make season 1.
5 months.
It turned out to be 5 months. 5 months.
Use just a little bit of vacation time.
Yeah, so I had it all planned out. I was like, okay, I've got this many days of vacation time, and that will cover, because it's like 5 days a week, and then times 7 weeks, 35. days.
You
So
had it all figured out.
I had like
None of
36
it
days. I had
worked
like
out
even an
the way
extra
we planned,
day,
so,
and then they
yeah.
ended up 5 fucking months to make season 1. And that really blew, and I used every fucking minute of my vacation that I had earned for years. And so then I did it again, used up my vacation, season 2, and then season 3, used it all up again. So now, since we've been home a few months, I have finally begun to accrue time again, and I want to go on a vacation
This
with
is the
you.
longest I've been home for like one long stretch break between seasons of the show in a long time. So
Yeah.
it's actually cool because I'm able to get like some of my own jobs done for a change instead of building
But
people's
you and
stuff out in California.
You and I have actually never been on a vacation like fly away to a vacation destination. We have never taken a vacation together. We've got taken the bike upstate. We've rode to many states on the bike.
Yeah, we've taken a lot of
but I'm
motorcycle
talking
vacations.
I'm talking like touristy vacation spot. You know, like someplace tropical and warm that you fly to. You know, like with a suitcase. So I think
You're funny. Like we spend half of our lives on a plane, and now you.
But that's real. That's also it's
to
for work. You know what I mean? Like
we were just
that's
in California 2 weeks ago. Like that was
also for work.
work related. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I'm talking like
We had
where
some fun.
we
Then we got to hang out
only.
with our friends Rick and Pam.
Yeah, Rick and Pam are fucking awesome.
Love them.
Love them
Yeah.
very much.
That wasn't an all work
It's
trip.
nice
that
having
was a fun trip too.
Nice having nice friends who are intelligent and they're funny and they like to do fun things and they know good places. Like
Yeah.
people who are thinkers.
Yeah, we have.
I hate idiots.
Yeah,
Like, I hate when our friends are idiots.
it's so funny because we don't really socialize very much, though, right? I mean, we really don't have like a lot of people and
time.
Certainly not many couples. That,
No, that's
because-
the problem.
right? Like we have
Yeah.
a few couples that we like that we really enjoy hanging out with, but we never hang out with them because we never have any time to.
Yeah,
like, to
and
do
it's not
that.
even either
It's
we're-
like so crazy.
their
We
time,
have
our
to
time.
schedule an appointment. Like
Yeah.
we've been trying to get together with Ro and Paul for the longest time. And it's like,
Yeah.
well, maybe the third week.
We
in
actually made an
January.
appointment,
It's like,
yeah.
right, yeah. It's like,
Actually, we had made an appointment for tonight,
God.
but the reason that had to be canceled because you have to work tomorrow morning early. And every time we get together with Ro and Paul, you and Paul drink wine, and the karaoke starts, and
Yeah.
the laughing ensues, and then more wine, and then
right.
more laughing, and then before you know it, you two are in your underwear on our lawn on your backs with our jacuzzi robes
that
on.
was a cool. Yeah, that was fun. We always have a lot of fun with those guys.
Yeah. So
the
every
wino
time,
rockstar night.
yeah. Even look, the last time we went to go see his band play, it's like we were the last ones to leave the place
Yeah,
because you
we
guys.
just like hanging out with him. I could talk to him all night.
I know.
Love that.
I know.
Like Rick and Pepper in the same way. So we don't
Yeah.
have. And we love hanging out with Joe and Carol too. But how often do we get to see him?
Yeah.
We haven't even been in the studio and
I
recording
know.
with Joe in like how many weeks?
I just was texting with him today.
Really?
He said he's rearranging the studio. It's an overhaul. He used the word overhaul.
Oh my God.
So I don't know, but he said next week we will be because I miss hanging out with him too.
Yeah, I love
So-
hanging out with him. Like
so-
we haven't seen anybody.
No, we haven't seen anybody.
We're working, man. We're building stuff, and you're busting bed guys, and we're doing stuff.
Yeah,
you know?
it's just hard to coordinate, especially a lot of people have
TV
kids.
stuff and like there's like so much stuff going on, right?
Yeah.
It's good to be busy though.
Yeah.
I like being busy.
Yeah,
I much
and-
prefer being busy than like some people are like, oh, I need a break, and I hate working. Like
But that's what I'm talking about right now. Is though I want us to take we never took a honeymoon, we never went away, right?
It wasn't really like that kind of, but we did. We did a week up in Maine and New Hampshire and all that. We took a motorcycle trip that week.
But that's what I'm saying, dog. Are you missing my point, motherfucker?
I'm not missing
I'm talking
anything.
about going on a tropical vacation.
All right, so your definition of the vacation, all of the trips that we've taken together, which we've been to a lot of places together, but none of them count.
Because all the California and stuff like that was like for working, like we did nice things while we're there, but I want the kind of thing like where we don't have to do anything else but relax and enjoy the weather and see the sights and eat and sleep.
I want to get
and fuck.
Yeah, lots of that.
Lots of that.
Yeah, lots of that. I want to get in like some of these resorts. I've been to a resort in Jamaica once that had like these. It's like a pool, but it has like the lazy river that goes around the whole property of the resort.
They got that at Split Splash out here on Long Island.
No, man, no, I'm not talking like a freaking water park. It's like some of you could just get in your little pool tube, right? And like you can go, it's like a mile around the whole property. You just kind of cruise because there's a current, you know.
Okay.
And every once in a while,
What is it, like a Club Med?
No, it was just a resort. I think it was a Wyndham resort. It was a really nice place actually in Montego Bay. But it was cool because like you kind of just like drift by a bar.
Did you
every
go
now
there
and
with
again.
the cunt, the douchebag, or the asshole?
You're an idiot. So anyway, that's what I would like to do. I would like to get in some sort of floating device in a pool and be in some sun.
Yeah.
And have someone hand me tropical drinks
Yeah.
as I roll down the lazy river.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
my idea of relaxation.
I have been on some vacations like that, but I've also been on, I think, about 10 cruises.
Yeah.
And I think cruises are the way to go. I used to not like cruises like years ago because it's like you get to a port and my description of why I didn't like it was, you know, every morning you got to get up and go and go and go because you're at a different place every day if you take a cruise that has many stops. But now I think of it as what cooler way can you see all these different places than to be on a cruise, you know, like instead, because I find when you go on a vacation sometimes it's like, okay, I've seen this whole pool like 2 days now, like, you know, the scenery needs to change, you know, it gets a little old after a while. Sometimes you need a vacation from your vacation,
right? You
know, so I think with the cruise you get more stimulation.
Well, I agree with you. I think it would be great, and I haven't taken a cruise.
We need to find the kind of cruise with no kids allowed.
Okay. I'm sure there are plenty of those.
I don't know about that because there are those Disney cruises.
No,
you see like
that.
those.
No, yeah, but that's not
big,
obviously the one you're talking about. You don't want to go on the one with fucking Goofy and.
No, because I have been like the last like 7.
They have to have an adults only cruise.
I think
I'm sure.
I took 7 cruises with Olivia, the Olivia Cruise Line or travel company that no kids.
Right.
No men,
right?
But
no
no men and no kids. Those were awesome trips because there's no kids anywhere, and so like there's no distraction of dealing with little brats running around, and that's not vacation. You do not want to hear those like high pitched screams or whining. Or where are you going to put them, or entertaining.
If you're going like as a couples,
right? Exactly. I don't want our couples vacation interrupted by kids.
Resorts, and they have like family resorts,
right.
And they're not the same thing.
I was one of those vacations I took with Olivia was at a resort. It was the Turks and Caicos Club Med, and it was supposed to be reserved for everybody that's on this particular vacation, all women. So we're all there, but the people who work there also kind of live there. So, you know what I mean? Like the people who teach the tennis and the people do all that shit.
Yeah.
So the people, that includes males and the staff. So meanwhile, like they go and hang out at the resort bar and all that bullshit when they're not working. And it's like you're paying for an all-female vacation and you got these fucking guys hanging out at the pool and at the bar. Like that was pissed.
Well, I wouldn't know about that, and I know you probably you were on your whole like anti-man thing at the time. It must have been. I don't know. Like,
well, if I pay extra, I mean,
no
like
dicks allowed.
Those
whatever
vacations
kind
cost
of mission
double.
you was on at the time.
If I'm paying double to go to this resort where there's no men, I don't want to see a man, motherfucker.
That's really funny.
Those cruises also, they're double the cost of take a regular cruise.
Yeah, because it's like a niche thing. It's like a specialty thing.
Because
they know you're going to pay.
They reserve the whole fucking ship, and it's like 1,800 women. And they also pay. They also provide the entertainment.
Trust me. You don't have to worry about keeping me off that boat because I don't want to be anywhere near that fucking thing.
Well, you know what? Most of the women look like you.
Oh God. No, I have no desire to.
But a lot of them do.
Oh my God! So
variations.
To fucking handle one. I can imagine 18 whining fucking clucking hens.
Clucking hens. Yes, but you know what? Straight girls tend to be more hen clucking than anything. Dykey bitches don't cluck. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's not a lot of clucking. It was a lot of fun.
I'm sure it was.
There's couples, and I had gone as a couple, as part of a couple, but I also went on a few solo. And that was fucking nice. That was a good time.
Okay.
Because they provide activities for the solos. Because like when you go on a cruise, they have like entertainment and like shows that you go see, and then they have activities where you play sports and all that kind of shit. But when I went on those...
Are there solo cruises? Like everyone is solo?
Not with this particular organization. It was just all women. And
that's like the love
with the exception,
boat,
there was
that's
a
the
couple.
hookup boat.
Yeah,
if you're going as a single, you're going on that thing to hook up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So they give us this, it's like a dog tag that you wear while you're there, and it has like an O on it, for the company name, and that's how you identify yourself as being there solo. And then they have activities for the solos, or if you see somebody wearing that dog tag, you know that they're alone.
Ah.
Yeah. So that's
prime real estate right there.
Yes, I had some prime real estate.
I bet you did.
Yes, I did. As a matter
Pull
of fact,
up a piece of your own rug.
Yeah, pull up a piece of my own rug.
No, pull up a piece of. Never mind.
Was that a joke I didn't get?
I guess so.
Oh no, but I had some fun on those cruises. Except sometimes you well, I was going to say, sometimes you ever go to hook up with somebody, right? And you like this person and you think that they like you, and then they ended up hooking up with somebody else who's ugly.
Yeah.
Who's like, what?
The best is like after you've been with someone, and then if you break up and then you see who they're with next, and you're like, oh wow, especially if it's someone who's like busted,
Yeah.
Like, wow. All right.
Yeah.
Working your way down.
Yeah. I remember before I left on one of these cruises, this is kind of like, I think probably a couple of years after I had come out, and I was really excited to go on this cruise because those kind of cruises are awesome because it's like, especially if I was never like a shy type person, but it's like it's a freeing kind of feeling because there's no discrimination. You don't have people giving you the double take because, like when you're part of a minority, you always get the double takes. People are looking at you, people are pointing at you, you know what I mean? But when you're in a community of everybody's the same, nobody's double looking at you, you know what I mean? So it's a cool feeling that everybody's the same when you go on a cruise like that, so.
And for those of you who don't know the backstory behind this whole thing, without getting into too much detail, Alison, in a previous life, in a relationship with a woman for quite a number of years before you met me.
Right.
And so this is during that period of time.
Well, I mean, I was like,
when you were on like the all-girl, like the...
it wasn't a period it was, that's me. I just happened to have met you, and I'm with you. But
well, yeah, but
it's not like it wasn't like an experiment.
Been with men before me, so it's not like I'm the first guy you were ever with.
Right.
You've been with plenty of guys before me, right?
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So.
Long before you, though.
Right. Okay.
I hadn't been with any long before you.
Yeah.
You had almost practically re-virginized pussy.
I'm saying, man, that's what I'm talking about.
You got what many have tried, but never had achieved.
It was restored.
Yeah.
Right? What are you talking? Like 10 years?
Yes.
10. I wonder if there's a number. Like, do you actually go back to like the full? Is it like, like the?
No, you don't get a hymen back.
Original construction.
No, but it's. I guess I would assume that it was tighter, right?
Wow. Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't know. You'd be the one who knew. Who I don't know.
Yeah, it's working good for me.
Okay.
It's like a custom fit.
That's what I always say. Custom. It is custom for you. Yeah. So what was I saying? Now that I'm thinking about
totally
pussy.
off track now. Thinking about the 10 years that you haven't gotten laid.
No, I mean, there used to be guys, I remember they would be they'd hit on you, knowing that you're not into dudes, and you'd be, I'd say, my line would be yeah, you're the one. You're the one who's just gonna change me over, and you're the one, look at that, where have you been? I've said it to so many fucking people that it's like.
That's funny, because I am the one.
You are the one. There was never any question about it. But you were never one of those assholes who knew that I was gay and trying to get me to do something with you. You know what I mean? It doesn't work like that. No. Fucking Rico Suave.
Yeah,
fucking
Rico
assholes.
Suave.
Everybody, either that or the "Can I watch" line. I fucking hate dudes like that.
Yeah, I'm sure you've heard that 1,000 times.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and that's another part of me that was starting to really hate men, was because they're just disrespectful. Whereas you never were like that. You were always no big deal. You were always cool.
Yeah,
whoever.
Well, it's like people do what you got to do. Whatever makes you feel good. But
Yeah, you were never one of those guys though that had your tongue hanging out of your mouth because I was with girls.
No.
No, you're always respectful.
I mean it's It's one of those things that I think a lot of guys probably have a fantasy about, like because very few men have ever been with, especially been with two women. So like, I think a lot of guys are into that whole thought. It's probably a big turn on to think about being present with girl on girl type of action. So to talk to somebody who actually is doing that, and you're a good looking chick, and then like the guy's like, well, hey, I would not be surprised at all if you've heard "Can I watch?" like you probably lost count on how many times.
Yeah,
you've heard
and
that,
it's
right?
like, yeah, dude, like I like girls, but I'd really like to turn you on.
Yeah, I was
yeah,
hoping,
by
I was
all
hoping,
means,
I was
come home
hoping
with
you
us.
could just sit and spank it in the corner
Yeah,
while
exactly,
I'm with
exactly. You
could you come home
asshole.
and jerk off while I'm with my girlfriend?
God, yeah, exactly.
I don't know, like,
fucking idiots.
Yeah, dudes are. Well, you know what? Like they'll just put it right out there. Like guys will just say.
Although I
shit
did
like
allow
that.
somebody to give me $100 for my underwear once.
Oh well, score. There you go. Good for you. Shit, you can get 200 now. You're a celebrity.
Hey, I'll sell them on
Put
eBay.
that shit on fucking eBay, man. We can start racking up. The hell with a podcast. Let's sell you dirty underwear. Fuck this. We can make some real money.
Okay, let's start an eBay store.
That's what I'm talking about, man. Pimp out your drawers.
Oh, fuck. What was
I get them for free.
Right.
Panty sniffer.
Aw. When did I have them on my head? I just had a vision of it. When was it you that had them on your head, or did I have them on my head?
No, I probably had them on my head.
Oh.
Was that a dream, or did I actually do
no,
that?
you actually did, I think. I think I did, too.
wouldn't be
I don't remember
surprised.
when.
Could have been in the middle of a late night soiree.
Where was I going? Because I was talking about the vacations. Oh, because the vacations that I had taken on those cruises, they had actually celebrity entertainment.
Oh.
Like I had, they had Melissa Etheridge sing on one of the cruises. And that was fucking awesome.
That is the perfect entertainment for a
Fuck
lesbian
yeah!
cruise.
Oh my god, I went buck wild.
That's the top of the mountain.
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah. They had there was two performances because when you go on a cruise, it's like an early dinner and a late dinner. There's like two different shifts. So depending on which dinner you had the opposing show. So if you had a late dinner, you had the early show. So I waited at the outside of the doors for them to open it because there was no assigned seating.
Yeah.
It was like, first come, first serve, and you run in. So I was waiting at the door. They opened the door. I fucking ran up to the front. And when Melissa was singing, I went buck wild. They had.
I recall you and I had gone to go see Melissa Etheridge. I think you got tickets for us to go see her
at Westbury.
Which, by the way, same
Adam's
place.
going to be in
Adam's
Westbury.
going to be playing there, I think, in a couple weeks, right?
January.
So, if you guys don't know about Westbury Music Fair,
is it called that anymore?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just called
Nikon. Is it Nikon at Westbury, or I don't know what the fuck it is.
It's the Westbury Theater or whatever. Anyway, it's a great venue because it's actually
Small.
like a round theater.
Yeah.
It's a round stage in the middle of this round theater, and it's a small place. I mean, I don't how many seats they have, but probably only
but every seat's a good seat in
only
that
a
place.
few thousand. It's a very
Yeah.
intimate setting,
Yeah.
and the stage spins.
Yeah.
So no matter where you sit, you could even be like the last row. The stage spins around really slowly.
Yeah, you see the entertainer and
Yeah.
face on. And
So anyway, you got tickets to go see Melissa Etheridge. I've never seen before.
you keep saying Melissa.
Melissa Etheridge. Yeah, it's like a tongue twister. Say that 10 times fast. Melissa Etheridge.
Right.
All right. So we went to go see her, and I noticed very quickly as we're getting out of the car in the parking lot and walking toward the building of what the consistency of the crowd was going to be that night, because it was pretty much like it was all women, mostly with
yeah.
haircuts like mine, some larger muscles than me. A lot of deep voices. Yeah, we're going to see Melissa tonight.
And I knew half of them.
Yeah.
I was like, for a little while, I was almost like a little superstar in the community, actually. I was getting recognized at places and airports and stuff.
Yeah, but you're like you're the hot chick in
well,
that
I was
whole
in
thing.
that
You're
their commercial.
Yeah, if you're a lesbian, like you're the top of the fucking mountain, man. You're like
that's
no,
nice,
seriously, because I mean, like I don't know a whole lot about the culture, but from what I've seen since I've known you, we've gone to a couple of places, like that concert, for instance, and it's like it's not what people think. Like we were talking about guys' fantasies with like girl on girl, like you're gonna watch it.
No, it's not what people.
It's not what
they think or wish for.
Yeah, dude, guys out there listening, trust me, it's not the girl on girl porno that you've seen. Trust me by a long shot. It's very different. Yeah. Very different thing. You know?
I mean, there is definitely a community of very, very, very hot lesbians that, like in California, there's like an abundance of them. Like that in West Hollywood.
All these the lipstick lesbians.
Yeah, I guess that we don't really call ourselves that, but yeah.
I like how you worked your way into that whole thing. Yeah, like we don't call ourselves that. Because you definitely are in that group.
Well, I am in that group. Yeah. I'm still. It's not like just because I'm with you, I'm not in that group anymore.
No, I'm referring to. I'm not talking. What I'm talking about is like I think probably typically definitely what guys would think, like what they might picture, like two girls being together. When you actually see it, and you're in a crowd of people, that are you're in that crowd. That's not what you're seeing. It's like that's not what they look like.
Right.
Like 99%.
Right.
Do not look like you is what I'm trying to say.
Right. And then there's the ones who look like me that wished that the other ones looked like me. Like, slim pickings tonight. God damn it. Yeah.
So it was funny because when we went to that concert, it was like all you heard like the whole night was "I love you, Melissa."
Yeah. Yeah, that was a good time. But so I was saying, I on the cruise, I also saw Whoopi Goldberg. She performed. She did live stand up.
Whoa!
Very fucking funny. I can't stand her now on The View. She's huge. She's like gotten like hugely douchey, but she was awesome stand up. Yes. Yeah. She. I
wouldn't know. I don't think I've ever seen it, and I don't have any desire to see it.
It blows now. But I've seen who else? A lot of popular lesbian entertainment.
Yeah.
But some of whom is famous. But I saw a lot of famous people on those cruises, and they also had people do like talking, like speeches or like workshop kind of stuff. People came, like famous people and actresses and stuff. And oh God, and the L Word. I was on the L Word.
Oh.
I was on the L Word. I was in 7 scenes because they filmed part of an episode on the cruise that I was on. So I was on a
nice
episode, season 2, episode 10.
Wow!
If you watch the episode at all, I'm in the opening scene.
Where could anyone find that?
You can get it on. It's Showtime. It's a Showtime series.
Is it still on?
So
demand,
you can get it on demand.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
They
go far back into the episodes.
Yeah. So yes. So not the real L Word. It's the L Word, the one that was scripted with Jennifer Beals in it and Pam. What was her name? Foxy.
Don't look at
Foxy.
me.
Come on.
Anderson.
No.
That's the only Pam I'm thinking about.
God, what the fuck was her name? The black woman who was like in the like 60s, I think, or 70s. She was like really fuck. Anyway, so yeah, it was the scripted series.
You're talking about Foxy Brown, are you?
No.
What the hell are you talking about?
No, I can't. I'm just having such a brain fart right now. But anyway, so I was in season 2, episode 10. Land Ahoy was the name of the episode, and I'm in 7 scenes. But
was there any hot lesbian love scenes?
Yeah.
Really?
Actually, like within a second, like immediately following the opening scene that I'm in, starts a sex scene.
Really?
Right after that,
wow.
yeah.
So you weren't in the scene.
I wasn't in the scene, no. But
I get to see you in a sex scene every night, so I don't need to watch it on TV.
Yeah. So that was my first actually filming experience on a television series.
I get a front row seat. Actually, you get a front row seat.
Thank you very much.
On my face.
Table for one.
That's it. Table for one, baby.
Oh.
Best seat in the house, right here.
Oh. How did I start talking about that? Oh, because I'm talking about vacations. So anyway, there's been a lot of places. So anyway, where I was going, I don't know how I got so far off topic. I was trying to talk about us that we should go on a vacation.
Yeah.
And I think that we should go on a cruise.
Yeah, let's go on a lesbian cruise. Oh.
No, and we've met a lot.
Do I get a free pass now because I'm married to one?
No, but you know what? There were some trannies on the on the
Oh,
cruise.
God, no.
Yeah, you know why they do even experience a lot of discrimination even amongst the gay community.
How does that work? So, like, it's like, with that whole situation.
Yeah, because
on
if
the
they're
ship
not fully transitioned, like I know a lot of the girls still think of them as men and don't want to be around them. It's because some of them just like to cross dress.
Right.
So and like there's many variations on the theme. You know what I mean? Like whether you just cross dressing or if you like to think of yourself as a woman.
So it's fair to assume that Caitlin is not getting on.
No, she absolutely is.
Oh, really?
She is full on woman now, not just cross dressing, but is now reclassified as a woman.
But that whole surgery happened? No, right?
Yeah, I would imagine that it did because
really?
she legally is now changed legally a woman.
I don't know.
Driver's license a woman.
I don't know what he's doing. I just
She.
see. Okay, what she?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, she
It's
got
so
breasts. I would
confusing.
imagine that she got rid of the dick.
That doesn't mean anything. Anybody can get breasts.
Yeah, but you
It's a
have to
whole
have
other thing to chop your junk off.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm saying that's what makes you a woman or a man, like legally.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to go with it, this whole conversation.
I mean, there's plenty of men that have big tits and they didn't have any surgery done.
Exactly. So now that dude gets on your no dude ship,
Yeah.
right? And I would think you girls who are taking that whole thing pretty seriously might be like, oh no.
Well, no, I don't think they've.
So boobs only don't get you on the boat.
No.
Wow.
You have to be, like considering yourself a woman.
So what about if you're doing like a full tuck?
I don't know about
Are
that.
they doing like a search?
No, I don't think so.
Are they patting you down?
No.
So for the ones that are in question, do you get kind of ushered off into a separate private room?
No, I don't think it's ever been
for the pat down.
No. Oh, I met Chastity Bono on that one. I met Chastity Bono on one of those cruises, just like in the month when she started taking hormones, and nobody knew about it. She had her girlfriend with her on the cruise, and from the timeline of when she started doing that whole transition,
So wait, Chastity Bono's going the other way.
becoming Chaz, yeah.
Becoming a guy.
Right. But when
So,
she was still she and she had her girlfriend and she was a lesbian, she was on the cruise.
Whoa.
And
See now how
got
does
a good
that
picture
work?
with
Because
her.
like everybody knows that she's going that way.
I got a picture with Billie Jean
If you're
King.
already heading that direction,
Martina Navratilova.
aren't you kind of like now you shouldn't really be allowed on that ship anymore?
well, she was still a woman. Doesn't
See,
matter that she
that's-
won. Well,
yeah.
she was still a woman.
Little double standard there. I don't know.
No, she was still a woman. What are you talking about? You're being silly.
Oh, forget it.
Yeah, no.
I'm saying if you're a woman, you're electing to become a man.
Yes.
Right? And then you're going on the cruise.
Then
that you're
you are
talking
not
about.
going to go on that cruise.
That's what I just said.
I mean,
said-
yeah,
said
but at
you-
that
you
point
meant
in time,
her
she
or
was
him.
she was
still a her.
she was still a she at the
Oh,
time.
so confusing.
No, it's not confusing. She was still a she. She did not have a beard, and she was still considered chastity. She wasn't Chaz yet.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. And so that's how that went. Yeah. So what else was I going to say?
How do we get on?
I don't know.
Weren't we going on a vacation like 10 minutes ago?
Oh, I was trying to talk about how good
All right, so where are we
cruises are.
going?
I don't know, but we have to pick a place. I want us to, if even just like a 4-day cruise, just something so we can get away a little bit. Just the two of us. Wouldn't it be fun, like if we were able to get together, like a bunch of people, like a one meeting place, like all the people like from that Adam Carolla podcast fan group.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Like where we can have just meet with a bunch of people.
Yeah, that'd
like
be fun.
Yeah, like
Maybe
people that we
maybe
talk to
maybe we
online.
put together an ace hole cruise.
Yeah. That would be
Wow,
fun.
imagine that.
I would love to do that.
See if we can get Ace Man to come on and.
No, he's not coming.
No.
You know him. He's
No, he's not coming.
Oh, he's so not coming.
No, he's definitely not coming.
Not only is he not coming, but Lynette's not coming, and neither are any of the lackeys.
Yeah, no one's coming.
No one's coming. We're as close as
No
they're
one's
getting.
going to show up. So for you guys that are listening, just so you know, we're as close as you're going to
Yeah,
get to. Yeah,
you're not getting any closer to Corolla Digital than us.
that's it.
Unless you go to one of his shows.
Yeah, unless you go to see him in a
and
live
wait online
podcast.
for him to sign his autograph. Yeah. Other than that, forget about it.
That's funny,
They
man.
now
We could bring a big cardboard cutout, like a stand-up cutout.
You know what? Now I just saw
Adam.
on Groupon you can buy these heads, it's like a cardboard, of your head.
Yeah, they've
like on a stick, like a lollipop, but a big
What?
head
On a stick.
Yeah, it's like on a big stick.
They've
like,
had for a long time now, like the life-size, like sports.
Yeah, but now you can
people
make
or
it do it of
whatever,
your
like
own,
you can put them on a
whatever
wall.
picture you want. It could be of your head.
Really?
Now, yeah, that's on Groupon. Yeah.
That's what I want, a giant picture of my
I
head.
know. And I actually clicked on it and I was like, what would I do with that?
You know, it'd be funny as shit if you had that, like a giant head thing, and you wore it like as a mask, like with like if you attached it to your face and you kind of wore it so you look like a bobblehead.
Right. Speaking of bobblehead, we have a bobblehead of you too.
Oh my, yeah, we have a bobblehead of the two of us.
Yeah, on a motorcycle.
Yeah, that's right. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's fun. We did a bobblehead. I would actually though advise anybody against going with this fucking bobblehead company that keeps advertising, I think on Groupon also, allbobbleheads.com. They fucking sucked. What a miserable time dealing with them. It's like they make up the head and they show a picture to you, like to approve. Yeah. I had to disapprove every fucking one because
all I got to say about that is that I would not be on the receiving end of the phone call with you about anything that has to do that's supposed to look like you, because I can't even take a decent picture of you.
That fucking bobblehead looks nothing like me.
With an iPhone 6 high-def camera, and no matter what picture I take, it doesn't look good. Yeah. So if they're trying to make a sculpture of you in a large, cartoonish caricature version of your head... Yeah.
It looks nothing like me.
I can only imagine the...
The only reason that yours looks like you is because of all the bitching that I did.
Really?
Yeah, that they had to keep changing
looks like me,
shit.
yeah, it does.
Yeah, because I fucking should have made it myself with all the fucking changes I did on that thing.
You have like a shell helmet.
It's a shell. Yeah, my hair is like a shell, a blonde shell.
Like a helmet. It looks like a shell. You have a shell head.
Yeah. It's not. It's not good. It's not pretty. Oh.
So I think that we're talking about doing like so what?
I completely forgot. I also have some questions from. Sorry, peeps. I got so carried away with talking about a vacation and then lesbians. I've got listener.
Well,
questions.
lesbians enough to get anybody off track.
I know. Sometimes though, I get the feeling like you don't want to talk about it.
Talk about what?
Like I'm trying to tell a story about it, and I kind of get I feel like I'm getting the eye roll from you.
Which story are you talking about?
Some story give you the eye roll. Any of my experiences.
No, what are you talking about?
I want to share my lesbian vacation experiences with the people, and I feel like I held back a lot because I feel like I got side eye from you.
Really? I didn't give you any side eye. That's funny, side eye. What are you doing?
I feel like you're like, all right already. Stop talking about you.
No.
Yeah, because I had so much more to tell that I didn't tell because I felt like you were like you didn't want to talk about it. Well,
that's the good part about this podcast, that in 3 days there's going to be another one coming out. So we can pick it up where you left off.
I know, but then making it like more eye rolling. Oh, we're going to talk about you again. We talked about you on Adam's show. And
what are you talking about? We could talk about your whole thing. Let's go there.
So, how about if people want to know something? How about they just ask and I'll answer it.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right.
How about that?
Cool.
Yeah. So I'm gonna look for these questions right now. Stand by.
Yeah, you're an open book.
I am an open book, but I feel like the whole time I was talking about it, I felt like I didn't really talk because I didn't want you weren't into it.
Oh, come on, that's nonsense. We're like off topic. We're talking about 20 different things. You can't stay on one topic longer than 30 seconds. I want to talk about all of my. It's not me
all of
my
one night stands on the cruises.
Oh, I want to hear
about
that.
All of our white parties and all the late night dancing and getting sweaty and dancing all together like humping each other parties.
Yeah, I want to hear all about that.
I didn't feel like you did.
That's way more exciting than cat coffins and whatever else that we're talking about.
But I was gonna like tell you all about my fun lesbian cruises, and you were I don't know, it just wasn't.
Listen,
I wasn't getting the vibe from you that you were into it.
Don't put it on me because we can talk about it anytime you want. I think we should pick that up whenever you're ready.
Okay.
Because I'm ready to hear those stories for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, especially if they're hot.
I have pictures.
You do.
I have pictures of some of the girls I was with.
Really? Wow. Are they naked pictures?
No.
Ah.
No naked pictures, but yeah, I've got pictures of I was a nice variety, wide variety.
Yeah.
Wide variety of different types.
Yeah.
Because there's a wide variety.
I've seen a few pictures. Yeah.
Yeah, there was that. Did you saw the one with the blonde, short hair blonde?
Yeah.
She was cute. She was femmy. She was cute.
Yeah.
I don't think you saw any of the other ones, though. But I met a lot of people on there that I stayed in touch with for years and years. But there's a lot of cool sex things going on.
I bet. Yeah. I'm sure there's a lot of that going on.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty much the whole ship is pretty much it's like a voyage of sex, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was
no shortage of that on that ship.
No.
Yeah, we need to hear some of those stories.
If somebody, I don't know if anybody out there has even watched the L Word. I was just thinking about this one particular thing when I was filming one of the scenes for their show. And I was a fucking dedicated L Word, like I was a fan, you know what I mean? Like never missed it. So, and there was like all kinds of cool shit like that I was able to get as like memorabilia on this ship. Because like when we went out to the show at night, there would be like little cocktail napkins that said the L Word. I would grab like handfuls of that. And then when I was filming another scene and I had to keep walking up and down the steps from one level to the next, and I would keep passing the actors as they were passing on the steps. And each time I had my daily itinerary, and I would have them each sign like their autograph on it for me. So I had like a bunch of their autograph on the daily itinerary.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that was really cool. That's a cool piece of memorabilia also that I got. So this one scene we were filming, we took a break, and there was a bunch of these cookies and some beverages on this bar. And one of the particular type of cookies, I had a cookie, and it was fucking delicious. So at some point, a couple of the actresses had gone over by the bar, and these were like the ones who were really popular, the main characters. And one of the main characters on the show, her character's name was Alice, one of the most popular ones on the show. So she, years before, had been in a Yoplait commercial. And the commercial was that she was one of the bridesmaids, and she was, they were talking about how good the yogurt was, and then her line was, like, catching the bouquet good. So when she went up by the cookies and I went up by the cookies, I was like, you have to try this cookie. It's fucking awesome. It's like catching the bouquet good. And it was like a reference to that I knew that she was in this commercial from years ago. It was like, I'm a fan.
Right.
And she looks at me and she's like, good one. Fucking bitch.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
You were all trying to be like, hey, like I've been following you and like, you know,
Yep.
wow.
Yeah. Fucking bitch. Hated her from that day forward.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You got McConaughey.
I totally did. I got Matthew McConaughey. Matt McConaughey.
That's funny, man.
Yeah.
Wow, she like just gave you the cold shoulder.
Totally did. Fucking
Holy,
bitch.
wow.
Yeah.
Right, well, there you go.
Yeah.
That's what you get for trying to be nice.
I got some other cool memorabilia too, because that cruise was during the week of the race, John Kerry versus George Bush, the first one. The first election, yeah. So that cruise was over that week, and
it was a while ago.
Yeah.
Was Martha Washington on this cruise? Or? When was this? Like,
it was in the early 2004, I think maybe. And I remember that we were all like, of course, everybody wanted John Kerry to win because we were all like, because Bush is like totally anti anything, like equality. So at the time, I had walked down the hallway and I passed the concierge where all the actors were staying in that hallway. And Mia Kirshner, who was one of the actresses, and she played Jenny, one of the most popular characters on the show, she was making these signs that said Kerry, like she was using colored pencils and all that. And I saw through the glass.
Right.
So in the middle of the night, I walked back down the hallway again, past the concierge room where they were hanging out, and they had the papers and stuff that they had drawn on. And I took the paper that she drew Kerry on. And I took it. It meant a lot to me at the time because, she was a famous actress and on the best show ever.
Nice.
Yeah, so I got that. I have all this stuff still, and I'm kind of waiting to sell it at the right moment. I've got the signed script from the first episode, the pilot episode from all the actors.
Oh, yeah, you have a little L Word collection.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of saving it for I don't know what. It'll probably, by the time I get rid of it, it'll probably be worth like $2.
Everybody be like, what show?
Yeah, because I was with an ex who bought that for me. It was $800 in an eBay auction. Showtime had auctioned it off.
With the script?
Yes, that script cost $800, and it comes in that leather folio.
Yeah.
That was that ugly cop that I was dating. That was a time when I dated down. I tried to
I dated down.
Yeah, she was ugly as fucking sin, but I dated her anyway. Not because she had a lot of money, But because I tried to tell myself, don't be so shallow. Try to get to know this person for their insides. And actually, as it turned out, her insides were just as ugly as her outsides. She was mean and nasty and abusive.
I hate mean people.
Yeah, she spent a lot of money on me. You ever stay with somebody who spent money on you?
No, no, nope. Can't say that I have.
Did anybody ever? Because it seems like you've had bitches who were like, spend money on me, spend money on me.
Yeah.
I think I'm like the first one who hasn't asked for anything.
No. You pretty much are self-sufficient.
Yeah, right? Like, yeah, you've been with a lot of
But you get a lot of
greedy...
nice shit, though. You do.
I do.
You do.
You're a great husband.
But you don't have to ask for it, though.
Yeah, no.
No, I can't say that I've ever been with anybody for nope, not even one that I can recall that like had money or that's why I was with her. So no.
I remember there was this one girl. It was like kind of shortly after I was leaving my first girlfriend. I needed like $500 for a moving truck to get out of this fucking apartment. This is when I left somebody, and I needed a moving truck, but I needed $500. And there was this girl who, like, I think she lived in the city, who had a crush on me. She was like really digging on me hard, and it was like over the summer, so we were meeting over at Fire Island, hanging out, and so I told her I needed this $500, and I kind of knew she'd give it to me.
Right.
And I took it.
Then you had to put out.
No, I didn't. That actually, she gave me, because I wasn't really into her, but I took the money anyway. I've always like had weird feelings about that.
So no hookups though?
There was no hookup with this one. She really liked me. She was really nice. I think she was a little too femmy for me at the time. At the time, I was a little bit more butch. Yeah. As the time had progressed and time went on, that's when I started getting into the hot chicks.
Right.
Yeah.
I kind of prefer
like now.
Yeah, I kind of prefer the hot chicks.
Me too.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Yeah.
What is happening? Like, is there anything going
I was
on
asking,
out there? Like,
yeah.
What do we got for questions? Who's asking questions these days?
Okay, so I had asked if anybody had any questions, and I also asked the aceholes if they had ever caught their significant other cheating, and how did they find out?
Oof.
Yeah. Let's see. John Arenberg, he said, how did he find out? There was one too many dicks in her. LOL, just kidding.
What the fuck? And there was somebody was already in there. It's like, hey, what are you doing here?
Oh, God. Oh, my God. This is awesome. This is an awesome fuck you. Tony Ballard said, the mother of my children cheated on me, and now I'm burdened with washing way bigger bras for a thinner woman that has no children and likes to camp, fish, and has a lot of guns. Yeah, baby. Good for you.
Oh, it's terrible.
I know. Awesome.
I hate it when that happens.
I know. That's awesome.
Way bigger bra.
Yeah.
Thinner.
Yes.
Camping.
Oh my God. And I also have to give a shout out to Sandra Waddell Braga.
Oh, she's always saying nice stuff. Hashtag skipping
No.
Allison, right?
No.
What?
She's the one who called the Adam Carolla show.
Oh, is that who it was?
On Tuesday.
I see her on social media a lot.
Okay, I took my little recorder here on my iPhone, and I actually recorded what she said on Adam's show. So he was taking questions from callers, apparently, and she called in.
Troy is here. We'll talk to him
Here
in
we
a
go.
second. Sandra, 54, Monterey, California. Oh, Monterey.
Hi, Adam.
Oh, you. What's going on?
Yeah. I just wanted to say thank you. Well, just on a side note, just thank you for skipping Alison, Hammer and Nails. Everybody should listen to that. It's just the best thing that you've ever done. Recently, I should say.
Thanks. Hey, we like them.
The best thing
nice.
you've ever done.
Well,
I'm sure he was
that's
loving that.
That's pretty funny because I could see Ace Man going, nope, no. I
can hear the apprehension in his voice.
I can think of a few other things that I've done way better. Yeah.
But Sandra,
look at Adam's like,
I love
you're
it.
not a celebrity.
Yeah, Sandra, thank you so fucking much
awesome.
for that.
She's always writing nice stuff on social media. Like she's always doing like hashtags Team Skip and Allison or Team Goodell or like she's like one of those people that always go out of her way to say nice things about us. So thanks, Sandra.
Yeah, we really appreciate that. Was an awesome plug. And then to reward all the new listeners from the Adam Carolla show, we were just like kind of like slow and not really exciting tonight. Right? It was like,
thanks.
We were kind of like, what is it called? Calling it in. What is the expression?
Phoning it in.
Phoning it in.
No, I don't think so at all.
No? Okay.
No.
All right. I always think that sometimes like, that one wasn't so good. And then people write to me and they're like, oh, that was a good one last night. Like, oh, okay.
Well, sometimes it's just like, conversation. It doesn't always have to be like, something riveting. Sometimes I just like talking to you.
Okay.
I mean, not all the time, but
Asshole.
sometimes I like talking to
Okay.
you. Most of the time I like doing you, but sometimes I like talking to you too.
Okay. Well, you can do
And
both.
when we get done talking,
We're going to do both.
we'll start doing.
Okay. Well, speaking of which, Jeff Lovin asked this question. Does it weird you out or ruin the moment if Kilo or another pet watches you while making love?
Oh,
but
my
wait,
God.
But then I have to. But then Amy Davidson replied, "They don't make love; they fuck."
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Amy.
Yeah, thank you. That's true.
Because,
and yes, the answer is yes, and yes, it does, because they all manage to, at some point or another, it's like there's an audience.
Curly likes to actually participate.
He
tries to make out with me while we're getting busy.
When we're in bed, he sleeps next to your head, right?
Right.
He likes to be on your
But
pillow.
when we're fucking, he wants to kiss me on the mouth.
I think
He knows what we're doing.
I think he thinks something's like you're hurt or something, because like he hears
Yeah.
you and the noises you're making or whatever, and like he
Yeah.
comes over to check on you.
Yeah.
And like he puts his face right against your
Right
face.
in my face.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
really, dude? Really?
Yeah.
Like right now?
Yeah.
Like
And
you
sometimes we
really?
actually fuck with Kilo in my armpit.
Well, he sleeps right next to you.
I don't want
right?
to disturb him.
Yeah, well, this is what happens, because this is what I have to contend with here, people. All right, we'll be in bed, and like, I'm maybe it's like we're thinking we're going to go to sleep, and we're about to go to sleep, and then like everybody's all situated in the sleeping position, and sometimes there can be a few of them in the bed at the same, like Kilo's always there.
Yeah.
Curly
and Minnie will be at the end of the bed.
Yeah, so-
Harley considers herself the cleanup crew.
What happened? What happens is everybody's assuming the sleeping position. Most of them are like snugged up against you. And then I'm like, oh, wait a second. Okay. Well, what's that? Oh, okay. And then they don't want to move. Like, they're still there.
And I don't want to disturb them either.
So they're all kind of just looking at me like, hey, we were trying to go to sleep here, which is sometimes the way you look at me, too. And I'm like, yeah, but...
like, oh, you
No.
don't move, girly. Oh, don't. Be careful, Kilo. Be careful.
See, this is what I got. I have to like now position myself. You get a picture like trying to play Twister, right? I'm trying to not put one hand on the dog's head. I'm trying to keep my foot off the other cat's back.
Yeah.
It's like I'm in some crazy contortionist position, so I can manage to still do what I got to do and not like crush anybody.
Yeah, and that's one more fucking reason why I love you so fucking much. Because my asshole ex-wife used to make it like a fucking appointment to have sex. It would be like, we're going to go to bed now. It's time to go to bed.
that sucks.
Yeah. So now it's time to go to bed. It's like 11 o'clock.
You gotta
Turn
be
out the light. Get in bed.
spontaneous.
She was never spontaneous. It was always had to be when we're getting ready to go to bed, and she would have to take all the animals out of the bed, put them in their room, shut the door, and then like the same fucking routine sex every fucking time. It was like always like planned. It could never be spontaneous ever, ever, ever.
That sounds exciting.
Yeah. But with you, I love the spontaneity, but I also love that you are courteous to all of the babies.
Spontaneity? You were just in the kitchen baking cookies.
I was trying to be.
Yeah. And you got smashed up against the stove.
Yes. I would try not to.
That's spontaneous.
That was spontaneous. We actually called those sex cookies, like because while we were filming season 3, and I was making those cookies. I had to, because it was like the batter was too thick, and we didn't have all the good utensils there. So I had washed my hands. I put my hands in the they were oatmeal cookie batter, and I would mix it together with my hands, and then I would have to.
Here's what's happening. I'm standing behind you, and I'm doing whatever I'm doing in the kitchen. This is when we're out in the place in California where we're filming the show.
Yeah.
And you're baking this batch of cookies, and you got your hands in the mixing bowl, and you're mixing them with your hands, right?
Right.
So I'm kind of just sitting there, and your back is turned to me, and I'm kind of watching, seeing what you're doing, and then you proceed to stick every finger in your mouth one at a time, completely to the back of your throat. I mean, deep throating every finger and slowly sucking off all the oatmeal or whatever cookie batter was that you were making at the time. And you got to about finger 2, and I'm like, oh my God, no, I got to get some of that. I couldn't take it anymore.
And I had to keep licking the other fingers while we were doing it.
And then you start. Then it's not. You're not putting your finger in your mouth. Then it's like just a full tongue extension, and you're licking everything off the. And I'm like, come on, you fucking really? I need to watch this. And I think you knew I was watching because you're doing it all like slow motion, like sexy, and
It was working.
Yeah, next thing you're sticking your ass out, and I'm like, really? Okay, yeah, okay,
Right.
yeah.
If it ain't broke,
And you
don't fix it.
Oh, you saw what that got you though.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's right. Worked for me.
And that's how you
No
got
raw ingredients in those cookies, by the way, people, just in case, you're like disgusted by the batter. No raw ingredients. It's my oatmeal cookie recipe that's on our website.
You had some raw ingredients by the time I was done.
Very good.
Special
very
sauce
good.
in the batter there.
Very good.
So yeah, it's been a while since we had the sex cookies thing going on.
Yeah.
And I'm happy to say that just actually took place moments
before we started recording.
before this podcast.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's going to happen moments after we finish.
That's right. Because you're going to go in and make another batch. And so am I.
Yeah. Cook up a batch.
Oh, yeah.
John Pergel said, sorry, this feels a little funny to ask a semi-serious question, but I'll try. You and Skip are at a Christmas party, and a couple come in with AK-47s. Do you guys go into badass mode, lay down and pretend you're dead, or just start fucking like there's no tomorrow?
Nope, badass mode.
Badass mode.
Take the guns away from them and shoot them with their own gun.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah.
Kick
and
ass.
and that doesn't work, then you'll use yours.
Right, exactly. We kick
and
ass.
then after that's done, then fuck.
Then
That is a celebration
right,
fuck.
that's celebration fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a good question.
If they took out the terrorist celebration fuck, yeah.
This is a good question. Michael Casillas. I don't think I've ever seen him post anything on this page, by the way. So that's nice to see a new name pop up. He asked, who would win in a boxing match, Ace or Skip? Good question, right?
Well, are we boxing only? Is that what we're doing? We're boxing?
It says a boxing match. Do you think he would beat you?
No. Do you really want me to answer that? Come on.
I don't think I want you to answer it. I think I want you to describe the fight instead.
You want me to describe the fight
Tell
instead?
me what you would do. Describe the fight instead of...
Well, boxers are, it's a very technical sport, and Ace is a boxer, and I
Right.
definitely have my time in boxing and a lot of time in MMA and most of my life into wrestling and jiu-jitsu. So it depends. Are we going all straight boxing? Do I think who would win the fight? I think Ace would have his hands very full. That's all. Let's leave it at that.
Okay.
I'm gonna. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say.
Okay, and if it was an MMA fight, I think you'd be comfortable saying that you'd win.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, just saying. Oh, God. Laura Renee Rose.
Ace man can throw some leather though.
I'm sure he can.
Yeah, he can throw some leather.
Yeah.
Don't let the tall, skinny stature.
I was just thinking, don't let the lanky stature fool you.
He's got some long arms. He's got quite a
Yeah.
reach, man. He will snap you with a jab before you can blink your eyes. So,
Yeah,
yep.
yeah. Laura Renee Rose said, sorry if this has been asked previously. Does Skip wear boxers or briefs? Neither.
No.
Neither.
I know.
He wears bikinis.
I prefer the snug fitting.
I guess you'd call them bikini briefs.
Well, yeah.
No hole in the front.
No hole in the front.
Yeah.
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 Full back.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like I guess like a swimsuit type of
Yeah.
brief, right? Like
So,
like
sort of like that, without the shine, and
Well,
without
yeah,
like
of
without
course.
like the balls hanging out the sides.
Yeah. No, I like to keep my package tight.
Yeah.
You got to keep it firm, snug.
John Pergel asked, "Did you really have a dog at the table for Thanksgiving?
Absolutely.
Do you do this around Adam? Absolutely.
Yeah.
I've had the dog at every dinner we've had with Adam and Lynette.
Yeah.
I think if you've been listening, I'm sure you had, John, that I had the dog at the table at the sushi restaurant when Adam and I had lunch together. Skip showed up late, and then Kilo promptly had diarrhea in the backseat of the Jaguar. So, yeah.
That was one of the most stressful experiences
Kilo
of my
was
life.
on my lap at the table. Kilo was on my lap when Adam and went to dinner. He brought the kids, and it was me and Skip. We went out for Mexican. Lynette wasn't available that night. And
Let's
Kilo's
just say
on
this.
my lap.
It's easier just to say Kilo is always on your lap.
Yeah, always, everywhere. Everywhere. I do not leave him unless it's like when we went horseback riding, he could not come for that. But otherwise, he's always with me. Always.
He is even with you when we go on the motorcycle. When we take trips on the bike for like a week on the motorcycle.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. He's on the motorcycle.
He has his own goggles and little leather biker jacket.
Yeah. Yes. He's adorable. He's got a cute little jacket.
That dog goes everywhere you go.
I've got one more. I'm going to give you one more of these questions, and then I'm going to save the rest of them for the next episode.
Okay.
Because there are some more. James Toole, what if, he meant what is Skip's favorite tool? And he said not from his butt plug collection.
Nice one, James. Is this James Toole?
That's the same.
Really?
That's the one who's, from the guy whose last name is Toole.
Really? You want me to go there, James Toole? What a beating you must have taken in school, man. Good Lord, man. Really? Good God. Aww. If you thought mine was bad with Skippy Peanut Butter, James Toole. All right.
What's your favorite tool?
My favorite tool, Mr. Toole, that is a tough one because I own, good God, I don't even know. I have an insane tool collection. I'm a tool addict. So it's really hard to say. I would say I'm probably favoring towards some of my. It would be a toss up between some of my finish guns, like because I do a lot of finish work, a lot of like really high detail woodworking. I love my pass load finish guns. I also have a DeWalt finish gun, which are great.
You love that.
Both of which you don't need any compressor or hoses or anything. So I just carry it on my belt and walk around the house, and I can just hang molding all day. I love those tools. And I also definitely love a lot of the saws that I have. I'm a big fan of my 12-inch sliding compound miter saw by DeWalt. That's an awesome saw. And also the new reciprocating saw that I just got, the 20-volt Makita, which is unbelievable. So, in fact, I use that a lot.
So when it comes to favorite, you don't have just one.
No, I can't give you one. It's impossible. And that's just like a couple out of probably hundreds of power tools that I own. I have this huge trailer that I take on my job sites with me. It's like what you've seen, like, big landscaping trailers, but, the big ones, it's like 16-foot trailer where the whole back rolls down like a ramp. And inside of that, I've outfitted it like a complete woodworking shop, basically. It has its own power, its own generator, lighting. Everything is built in, like rolled out drawers and shelving. And every single tool has a case and a place for it. So I'm a fanatic about it, and I love. And what my biggest problem is now is I've run out of room in the trailer. So as I keep purchasing more tools, I have to build more compartments for them to go into.
Right.
Because when you walk into the trailer, you can look at every single shelf, and every tool is on that shelf like a bookshelf, stood up in its box like a book. And I know by looking at those boxes exactly each tool that's. I know where everything is. I love it. But the problem is I've run out of space. So I either need a bigger trailer or I have to stop buying tools.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be a bigger trailer pretty soon.
Yeah, I would go in that direction. Yeah. So, if you guys are like new listeners, and I know we have a bunch of new listeners because they've written to me online, and that's really fucking cool. If we put you to sleep a little bit with this one, we apologize. Can't be perfect always, but there's guaranteed to be a lot of good shit in the earlier episodes. So do yourself a favor and go back and listen to the earlier episodes. I always tell people start at 2. Skip says, why don't you tell them 1? But I tell you start at 2. Because that's when they start. They're just funny. There's a lot of funny shit back there.
Well, it's also different. Like, we record all over the place. So we record here at the house when we're home. We record on the road a lot when we're traveling, especially when we're filming the show.
Yeah.
So it depends on what's going on. Like, sometimes, we're like, more relaxed. Like, we're here at home, we're relaxed. We're in our own home. When we're away and we're traveling on the road, it's always different types of stories. And when we're in the studio, when we're, and Joe's, in the conversation, we're bouncing funny stuff off each other. That's a whole different show altogether. So I think that has a lot to do with it too, where we are.
I was just thinking about this too, Skip. Is that if people are still listening at this point and they didn't like turn it off because I started talking about the episodes, because the end is impending. It's the holiday season, and now is the fucking time to shop on Amazon. And if you do, to make your shopping easier and have it delivered to your door, please do us a solid and go to our website, skipandalisonbedell.com, or you can even go to hammerandnailspodcast.com and click on any other of the pages on our website, and you're going to see Amazon banners. If you would please be so kind as to click on those and shop at Amazon using our banner. It doesn't cost you anything extra, but it does help us out a lot because it's a free podcast.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
It really helps us. So thank you so much.
And make sure
you
go onto the wish list that's on there, and there are some tools that I'd like to have. So if you feel,
there is not.
If you're in a giving mood.
There's not.
No, actually, we have a couple of really cool wish lists on there.
Yeah,
so,
we do have a Christmas
click on our wish list, and it'll show you some of the favorite things
it's on our website.
Like, things that we're suggesting you guys buy as gifts, especially if you have someone in your life. I have a ton of things on that list that I recommend that you can buy for someone that might be in your life that's handy or likes to build stuff or do DIY repair things. All kinds of tools and cool gadgets.
Yeah, and I'm also going to be including some more products and stuff that I use. People have been asking me about online. So please check out our website. Please go to the Amazon links, and please be kind and rewind and listen to the earlier episodes.
Tell a friend.
Most importantly, tell a friend. Because that's the only way for us to get the podcast to grow. It's the only fucking way, people. It is in your hands entirely. You have the power. You have the power.
You have the power. That's
yeah. So please do that for us. We really appreciate that.
We'll be back in a couple days. And until next time, we love you guys, and we'll see you soon.
We love you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
This is Corolla Digital.